Hello and welcome to this year's Sunday Bible Club Pyramid Rock from our studio here in ancient Egypt.
We're going to be here for the next 5 nights, taking you on a journey up the Nile as we explore the story of Joseph together.
It's great to be back with you for this year's Bible Week. Although we aren't all together, we promise that we still have a fantastic programme lined up for you this week.
That's right. Each evening we will be here with you from 6:45 to 7:30 with songs, drama, games, a craft and so much more. So make sure you join us.
Guys, I'm really sad that the boys and girls aren't here with us. But you know, how cool is our Pyramid Rock studio? And you know what? I'm really excited about our new drama, The Adventures of Dr. Polly.
Me too. And tonight we have 2 episodes for you all.
I can't wait. But before all that happens, we have lots of other exciting things happening this evening.
That's right, and we've sent you all a special resource pack which is pretty much everything you need to get involved with each night's programme.
If you don't have it with you now, you might want to go and grab it. Before we start tonight's exciting programme, we need to make sure you all know what pyramid group you are in.
So if you have a look inside your resource pack, you will find a wristband that shows you what group you are in this year.
You might want to wear it on your wrist all this week, or you might just want to leave it somewhere to remind you.
The one important thing to remember is what group you're in. Because even though we aren't together here in the halls, we're still going to have a competition between all of the groups.
That's right, so make sure you listen carefully each night to find out how to get points for your group.
And even though you can't be here with us, we still want to hear from you and for you to be involved with us each evening.
Here's a quick reminder of how you can get involved with us.
We would love for you to be a part of our Pyramid Rock programme each evening this week. Send us pictures and videos of you taking part in the programme and of your finished crafts. Get an adult to send us an email to ballygowneyouth@gmail.com. Text them to us using the number on screen or pop them in the church postbox by 11:30 each morning. We'd also love to hear your jokes, and remember, for every submission we get, you get points for your team.
It truly is that easy for you to get involved. So make sure to send us your jokes, pictures and videos. You never know, you could be appearing on our pyramid screen this week. Every year we start our Holy Bible Week by going over the rules and giving you instructions to help keep you safe. However, tonight we want to do that a little bit differently.
This year we want to kick off our first night by saying thank you to all of you for doing your bit to keep everyone safe over the past few months. For all of us over the past few months, they've been very difficult, whilst we've been having to stay at home to help protect those we love and care about from coronavirus. On behalf of the 3 of us here and all the leaders who would usually be here with us, we want to say thank you to all of you for playing your part in helping to stop the spread of the virus. You've all stayed at home, you've kept each other safe and looked out for one another, and now we're coming out the other side and it won't be long until we can meet together again. So thank you.
This week we are going to be learning all about the story of Joseph and how God looked after him. Let's head over to the news desk with Courtney to get today's headlines.
Thank you, Grace. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Pyramid Rock News Desk. This morning we reported on breaking news from Canaan. God had promised a man named Abraham that his descendants, his children, his children's children, his children's children's children, you get the picture, would be a massive nation. We are pleased to report that Abraham's grandson Jacob now has a family of 17. Sadly, his favourite wife Rachel has died, but he still has his favourite son. Breaking news just in. Apparently, Jacob has given his favourite son Joseph a fantastic multicoloured robe. His brothers don't look too happy about it. Grace, back to you in our Egypt studio.
Thank you, Courtney. Can you find your big page? It looks like this. Every night this week we are going to learn a new special word. Cut it out or write it down on your big page and learn what it means. Tonight, that word is planner. Can you find it on your page? Do you know what planner means? A planner is a person who knows what needs to be done and makes it happen. See if you can hear how planner fits into our programme later this evening.
Thanks for that, Grace. I can't wait to hear more about Joseph and how God had a plan for him.
You know, guys, I think it's time the boys and girls jumped up off their feet and we all listen singing together. What do you think?
Sounds like a great idea.
Boys and girls, you all know this one, and we want to hear you singing so loudly that we will be able to hear you all the way out here in ancient Egypt.
He's the one who makes the sun shine. He's the one who puts the moon in the sky. He's the one who hung the stars one by one. He's the one who makes the birds sing. He's the one who makes your dreams so high. He's the one who makes me smile. Day by day, Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Spider-Man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Superman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Batman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than anyone. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Bobby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Action Man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than everyone. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend.
What a great song to kick off our first night of Pyramid Rock. There's more singing to come later on, so make sure to keep a little bit of energy for later.
There's still loads more to come tonight as well. We have a visit from a special guest, there's tonight's craft to make, our mega game, and 2 episodes of The Adventures of Dr. Potty.
But for now, let's head over and see what Andrew's up to.
Thanks, guys. I hope that you guys at home are having just as much fun tonight as we are. Don't forget to let us know you're here in the comments below, and one of our team will respond to you. Keep sending us your jokes and your pictures, and we will get them up on the screen as soon as we can. All of this week, we're going to be learning about the story of Joseph, the dreams God gave him, and how even though his brothers weren't very nice to him, and lots of bad things happened to him, God still had a plan for Joseph's life. To help us learn more about the story, we're going to be hearing from people who were around in Joseph's day each night, and who got to witness his story unfolding before their very eyes. Tonight, we're going to hear from Simeon, who was one of Joseph's 11 brothers.
Oh hi, Simeon's the name. I'm the second eldest son of Jacob. God made us one big family, 12 brothers and 1 sister. We should have been a really big happy family. Except we weren't happy. One brother Joseph made the rest of us mad. The problem is this: Joseph was my dad's favorite son. And Dad didn't just keep his feelings a secret. He showed everyone how much he loved Joseph. One day, Dad gave Joseph this really posh robe. We all had robes. Ours were usually short-sleeved and quite rough to wear. Joseph's robe was really long, had fantastic colors, and was made out of the most beautiful material. This made us feel really jealous. We wanted to be loved by our dad, but it seemed we were only second best. Then Joseph started having these dreams. He dreamt that he was a star, and all of us brothers were stars too, but our stars bowed down to his star. He seemed to think that we were going to bow down to him, our big-headed little brother. He had a similar dream about wheat. He really did think God is going to make him more important than us. Then lastly, Joseph started telling Dad about some of the bad things us brothers got up to. We were not just jealous, we were totally mad with him. One day all of us brothers, except Joseph and his little brother Benjamin, were out in the desert taking our sheep to find water. It was quite a long way from home, and Dad apparently got a bit worried about us, so he decided to send Joseph to see if we were okay. As soon as we saw him in the distance, we started planning how we get rid of him forever. By the time he arrived, we had a plan. We were going to kill him and throw his body into a pit, and then pretend he had been killed by wild animals. Reuben, the eldest, got a bit scared though. He said it would break Dad's heart. So he persuaded us just to throw him in a pit nearby. So that's what we did. Later, however, a bunch of foreign travelers called Ishmaelites passed by, and Judah came up with this bright idea. We could sell Joseph as a slave. It was brilliant. That way we can get some extra dosh, and get rid of our really annoying brother at the same time. Suddenly Joseph was gone. We put the money in our pockets, got his precious robe and tore it up, and put animal blood all over it. When we got back to Dad, he assumed that Joseph was killed by wild animals. We obviously didn't tell him the truth. For all we knew, Joseph was dead anyway. A 30-day walk across the desert chained to a camel killed a lot of slaves. There was no doubt we felt guilty. I had terrible nightmares afterwards, but at least our brother Joseph was gone for good. He thought he'd be king over us. Not much chance now.
In today's story, we learned about a boy named Joseph. Joseph came from a pretty big family. The Bible tells us that he had 11 brothers. Can you imagine what dinner time would have been like in their house, or the queue for the bathroom? Joseph's story can be found in the book of Genesis, which is the very first book in the Bible, in chapter 37. Let's read the start of his story. We're going to read from verses 3 to verse 8, if you want to follow along at home with us. Since Joseph was born when his father Jacob was old, Jacob loved him more than his other sons. He made Joseph a special robe with long sleeves. When Joseph's brothers saw that their father loved him more than he loved them, they hated their brother and could not speak politely about him. One day, Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers about it, they hated him even more. Joseph said, "Listen to the dream I had. We were in the field tying bundles of wheat together. My bundle stood up, and your bundles of wheat gathered around it and bowed down to it." His brothers said, "Do you really think you will be king over us? Do you really think that you will rule over us?" His brothers hated him even more because of his dreams and what he had said. Can you imagine how Joseph would have felt? The Bible tells us that his brothers hated him and that they were very jealous of him. They were jealous of him because he was given a special coat by their dad. And I'm sure that the dreams that God gave Joseph made them even more jealous. Have you ever been jealous of anyone? Maybe a brother, a sister, or a friend? How did it make you feel? Maybe you've even thought that you really hated someone. But feeling both of those ways about other people can make us feel bad, and we should always try to get along with everyone and be kind to everyone we meet. If we do that, then we can avoid trouble and fights, especially in our families. But in today's story, Joseph's brothers didn't do that. And not only that, but their hatred of Joseph and their jealousy got really, really bad. If we think back to what Simeon told us earlier, they were so jealous of the dreams that God had given Joseph and how their father loved him more, that they sold him as a slave. They didn't care if he died on his way to their new home, as long as he was gone. That must have been horrible for Joseph. And can you imagine how jealous his brothers must have been to do that? They thought that this would put an end to the plans that God had for Joseph, but they were wrong. Because God's plan for Joseph, and the plans he has for us as well, will always come true. We all have plans for our lives, what jobs we would like, if we would like to get married, and we don't know if any of that will happen. But the one thing we do know is that God's plans for us are the best plans, and we should do everything we can to follow them. The brothers thought that by getting rid of Joseph, the things that God had planned for him, they would be stopped. But I have a feeling that they were wrong, and we'll hear more about Joseph's story tomorrow. But you know what? You guys have been listening really, really well. And it's almost time to watch the first episode of our really exciting drama, The Adventures of Dr. Polly. But before we do that, let's head over to Grace and Courtney to learn how to make today's craft. And while you're doing that, you might want to remind somebody at home to get your juice and biscuits ready.
For today's craft, the Egyptian headdress, you will need all the items in your Monday craft pack, as well as a pair of scissors and a hole punch.
First, you're going to colour in your headdress. After you've decorated it, you can cut it out or get someone to help you.
Next, you can ask an adult to help you punch a hole in either side of your headdress. Then, tie one end of the elastic to the side of your headdress, and get an adult to help you measure how much of the elastic you will need and trim it to size.
Once you have the right size elastic, attach the other end to the other side of your headdress.
Try your headdress on and get someone to take a picture and send it to us.
Guys, do you think I look like an Egyptian pharaoh?
I think we all look pretty cool, but I bet the boys and girls' headdresses look even better.
Don't forget to send us the pictures of you in your headdresses, and we will feature them in tomorrow night's show.
I'm really excited because do you guys know what it's time for?
Juice and biscuits?
Another song?
Not quite, but yes, Courtney, it's time to go and grab your juice and biscuits.
We've got ours.
Sit back and enjoy the first episode of
The Adventures of Dr. Polly.
We're getting married in the morning, ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Oh, I can't wait, this is so exciting! Hi everyone, my name's...
Morning, Dr. Polly.
That's right, my name is Morning Dr. Polly. Oh no, it's not.
You said it.
I'm Dr. Polly, I'm an archaeologist, I dig things up.
Hi everyone, my name's Denise and I'm his niece.
We're getting married in the morning, ding dong, the bells are gonna chime.
Dr. Polly, we're not getting married. It's your sister and my auntie who's getting married.
Huh?
Your sister is my auntie and she's the same person. And she's getting married to the Egyptian prince tomorrow and she's becoming a member of the royal family. She's going to be known as...
Princess Polly.
And we'd better get a move on so we don't miss the wedding. What's in the box, Dr. Polly? It's really smelly.
It's a very special wedding present for my little sister.
Has it got your smelly socks in it?
Nope, something much nicer than that.
What is it then?
A promise.
It's a very smelly promise.
It's a promise written on a piece of paper and I've wrapped it around an onion.
A promise written on a piece of paper and wrapped around an onion.
Yep, because here in Egypt, going back over many of years, when you make a promise to someone, you have to be holding an onion.
Really?
Yep, and seeing as I won't be with her when she opens this big present, I've tied my promise around one of my smelly onions.
Oh, what does the promise say?
It says, Dear Princess Polly, for your wedding present, I promise to do anything you ask me. Lots of love, Dr. Polly.
That's a great idea, Dr. Polly. She might ask you to shave her head every day. Zzz.
If she does, I will fulfill my promise.
She might ask you to eat a rotten onion.
Ugh.
Only teasing. Anyway, we'd better get to the wedding.
You look fantastic, Denise.
You look terrible. You can't go to the wedding in your lab coat. It's a good job I have my dressing up box with me.
How do you look?
You look ridiculous. Hold on, what's that sound I can hear? Come on, time's up.
Okay, Denise, I'll grab my present. I wonder what Princess Polly will ask me to do. It's going to be an exciting time when we find out. We're getting married in the morning.
Oh no, we're not.
What a great first episode of the Adventures of Dr. Polly. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. I don't know about you boys and girls, but I think it's time to do some stretches. So a big stretch up, up, over the side, over the other side, touch your toes, and a big star jump to finish. I feel so much better already. I think it's about time we have a go at playing today's mega game. Today's game is really simple. I'm going to show you a picture on your screen for 60 seconds. And all you have to do is to try and remember the items associated with today's story. Then I'm going to take the picture down and you will have a further 90 seconds to write down or draw as many pictures as you can remember. You're going to need your mega game quiz book for this one and a pen or a pencil. So go grab them now. So if you're all ready, go! Brilliant! Let's see how many you can remember. You've got 90 seconds to write down or draw all the pictures that are related to today's story, and then we will check your answers. Go! Okay, I hope you got all 12. Let's see how you did. You get 1 point for each item remembered, so let's check the answers. Let's see, we have a sheep, number 12, the tent, a cloak, a camel, the mountains, a house, a crown, a pyramid, a cat, a fish, and a boat. How did you do? We want to have a bit of a competition to see which group is the best. So get someone at home to send us a score and we will add it to our Mega Game scoreboard. You all did really well in today's game and I wonder how good you are when it all comes to questions. Let's go over and see what today's mega question is with Grace.
Thanks, Courtney. Boys and girls, it's time for today's mega question. What are you going to do on Saturday? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a walk with my sisters and buy some ice cream to keep us cool. I wonder what I'll need to bring. I will need my sunglasses if it's bright, and I'll need to plan ahead and make sure I have money in my purse. What do you need for your plans on Saturday? Let's go back to the studio and join Andrew, who is there with today's special guest.
Thanks, Grace. At this point every night, we're going to meet one of our youth and children's leaders to hear a wee bit about what they do during the year. Tonight I'm joined by Diane, who is the captain of our GB. So Diane, thank you for joining us. How long have you been involved with GB, and how long have you been the captain?
I've been in GB for a long, long time, most of my life. Let's just say. So, yes, most of my life, and I've been captain for 30 years now.
Gosh, okay, long time.
So,
So did you grow up in GB?
I did.
You did,
yes,
okay. So then I'm sure you've never known a time like this before. I'm sure it's been very strange having such an abrupt end and not getting the display, but have you anything you want to say to the girls about that?
Yeah, we're so sorry about that, girls, about having to end so quickly, and it just happened so suddenly. And you know, we all enjoy, the girls and the leaders all enjoy the display so much, and getting together and getting their prizes given out and all the rest of it. So it was just so strange, but we hope to get back together again as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, hopefully not too much longer. But for those who are thinking of possibly joining whenever we can get back together, what does a normal GB night look like?
Well, the girls will be working each year towards a badge.
Okay.
And so they'll do various activities, and there'll always be certain ones at the core that they'll have to complete to get their badge. So we'll always have Bible class, we'll always have PE, maybe choral speaking, maybe singing or something like that. And then there'll be lots of other activities around that, and they vary sort of each year.
Yeah.
So we could be doing some sports, maybe five-a-side football, maybe volleyball, maybe badminton for the older girls. And the younger ones have been enjoying dodgeball this past few years. It's been a new one. So there could be team games, there could be lots of arts and crafts, and maybe baking, maybe cooking, making pizzas, or your favourite buns, Andrew, in the kitchen. So it'll vary each year, but that's a bit of an example of the sort of things that we do.
And if there's somebody out there who's thinking they might want to join whenever we can be back together, what age can you join from, what age can you stay to, and how do they do that?
From 3.
Okay.
The girls need to be 3 years old up until 18.
Okay.
And the wee under 5s come on a Saturday morning from 10:30 to 12, and the rest of the company meet on a Wednesday evening, various times. So just come along when we start. Just come along, or if you know somebody that comes to GB, come along with them. You have a friend. And you'll be very welcome.
Okay, so just keep an eye out on our Facebook page.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
see
on
if
church
anything's like
announcements.
that. Okay, that's brilliant. And you know, finally we've been sort of 19, 20 odd weeks now in lockdown, where we've come out kind of the other side of it almost. What have you been up to? Have you developed any new hobbies over this time? Have you still been working? How has that been going?
Back to work now, but no, I was off.
Okay.
And so I've got a lot of wee jobs done that I have been waiting to do for a long time, and a bit of gardening. Would have liked to have taken up cycling a bit more, but haven't got around to that yet, but hopefully I'll be able to do that in the future.
Hopefully the weather will stay nice, and we'll get a few more weeks out of the summer. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. I can't wait for GB to come back either in September, and hopefully we'll not have to do all this distancing and mask stuff whenever we do come back, but it'll be great to be back when it's safe to do so. But thank you for joining me. I think it's time for another song now, boys and girls. So jump up on your feet and let's join in with a special version of Rainbow that was recorded for our Young People's Day service back in June.
It's not a secret, it's not a fairy tale, it's not made up, don't know what's in a whale. 3 whole days, 1, 2, 3. The greatest treasure, the world God's people
it's almost the end of night 1 here at Pyramid Rock.
I know, Grace, the time is floating, but I've had a fantastic time. And boys and girls, I hope that you've loved joining us as well.
But before we go, sit back and enjoy the second of tonight's episodes of The Adventures of Dr. Potty.
What a fantastic wedding!
Princess Potty looked beautiful.
Did you give her the really big present?
You mean the box with the onion inside?
Yep, the box with the onion that had a piece of paper tied around it.
You mean the piece of paper which said, "Dear Princess Potty, for your wedding present, I promise to do anything you ask me. Lots of love, Dr. Potty."
Yes.
Yep.
Did you see her open it?
Nope.
Oh well, she did look really pretty though.
Isn't it amazing? Princess Potty, your auntie, and my sister now being part of the royal family.
Yep. What's wrong with that, Dr. Potty?
Oh, no, nothing.
Come on, Dr. Potty, you're not called Dr. Potty for nothing. You're a mad archaeologist who's always jolly and making people laugh. What's wrong?
Not much.
After such a happy time at the wedding, you can't be in a bad mood today. Dr. Potty, I'm your friend as well as your niece. There's just you and me and a few friendly people over there. Go on, tell me what's wrong.
Well, it's just that, Princess Potty, my little sister, is now married to the prince. She is now part of the royal family. She will always have money and things and servants, and she'll be famous forever. And I'm just a mad archaeologist who finds old things by digging them up. She is really famous and no one knows who I am.
Well, if you were to ask me what I think, Dr. Potty, you're jealous.
No, I'm not.
I think you are. You're jealous of your sister. You should be really pleased for her.
Huh?
You need to think about your attitude. If you stay jealous, you might find yourself saying something or doing something that you regret.
Maybe.
Anyway, we think you're great, and there's no need to be jealous. Hold on. I think I can smell your onion again, Dr. Potty.
Postman Pete, Postman Pete, Postman Pete and stinky feet. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, you can smell him coming down your street. Hello, Dr. Potty. Hi, Denise. Hello, everyone.
Hiya, Pete. Is that the new song then?
Do you like it? I've got some posts for you, Dr. Potty.
Oh, thanks a lot, man.
Go on, open them.
Okay, let's go for this letter first. Oh, it's from Mrs. Potty, my wife. It says, "Dear Mr. Potty, I just wanted to say that I really love you and thought that you looked really handsome at the wedding yesterday. Lots of love, Mrs. P."
Aw, a love letter from your wife.
That's cheered me up a bit. Let's go for the parcel next. It has to be someone very thin.
Maybe it's someone who used to live in a flat.
Wow! If I'm not mistaken, this is a very precious and ancient relic. It's known as the relic with the missing onion-shaped piece. It's very precious. I wonder who sent it to me.
Maybe the other letter will tell you.
Okay, well let's open this too. It says, "Dear Dr. Potty, thank you very much for the lovely wedding present. As soon as I read your promise, I knew immediately what to ask you to do. Please can you use all your amazing archaeological skills to make one more desperate attempt to solve the secret of the secret message, which is written on the relic with the missing onion-shaped piece. I have sent you the ancient relic in a parcel. I couldn't think of anyone better to try and solve this ancient mystery. Find it and you will be handsomely rewarded. Lots of love, Princess Potty."
Wow, hasn't this mystery baffled historians for centuries?
If we found the onion-shaped piece, we'd be able to read the secret message written by the pharaoh all these years ago.
What does the relic say?
It says, "You tried to, but God made it turn out." If we find the missing piece, it'll be able to tell us why God turned it out.
That's amazing.
This relic is from about 1690 BC, so it's really, really old. Our mission is simple. We need to solve the secret of the secret message by finding the missing piece from the relic with the missing onion-shaped piece.
This is your opportunity to become famous.
Shh! This is my opportunity to become famous, Denise!
We should go and get ready for the search.
Wait! We should go and get ready for the search, Denise!
My name's Denise, and his name is Dr. Potty.
And you've been watching the adventures of Dr. Potty. The search begins tomorrow. Goodbye. We're getting married in the morning.
Oh no, we're not. We're going searching in the morning.
Night 1 is well underway, and now we're going to have a look at our memory verse. Tonight we talked about our key word. Can anyone remember what it is? Planner. We have learnt that God had a plan for Joseph's life, and even though his brothers tried to end these plans and make Joseph disappear, God's plan is bigger and better and can't be stopped. Our memory verse for today is: Joseph's brothers were jealous of him and sold him as a slave to be taken to Egypt. Acts chapter 7 verse 9. Now let's try it together. Joseph's brothers were jealous of him and sold him as a slave to be taken to Egypt. Acts chapter 7 verse 9. Now let's see how fast we can say it. Joseph's brothers were jealous of him and sold him as a slave to be taken to Egypt. Acts chapter 7 verse 9. Well done. Now the challenge is to remember for tomorrow.
We know that the Try Not to Laugh challenge at the end of every night of Bible week is one of your highlights each year, but unfortunately we can't do it this time around.
So this year we want to do something a wee bit different. We want you to issue us with a challenge.
At the end of each evening, we want you to issue us with a challenge, something that we have to learn or be able to do by the next night. We'll find out what it is, and then we'll have 24 hours to practice it.
We will come back here the next night and see who can complete the challenge.
But we need your help. We need you to set us a challenge. Don't make it too easy, but don't make it too difficult either.
Then get an adult to email their challenge to us by 2 p.m, and one of the Pyramid Rock team will then select one of the challenges for us, and it will be revealed to us at the end of each evening.
It certainly is that easy, but we can only do it if you guys send us in your challenges.
Do you want to challenge us? Reckon you have a challenge that we won't be able to complete? Then get an adult to email them to ballygonyouth@gmail.com or text them to the number on screen. You can also drop them into the church postbox, but make sure to leave them off before 11:30 each morning. Then tune in each night to find out if your challenge was selected.
We'll reveal the first challenge from you guys tomorrow night, and then you'll get to see us complete it on Wednesday night.
But right now, I have a challenge here that the Pyramid Rock team have set for us for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's challenge for Andrew and Grace is to see how long you can hold a plank for.
Okay, I'm pretty confident with that one. I reckon I can win that, Chris.
Yeah, I think it should be pretty easy. Remember to send us your challenges, otherwise our team is going to keep setting us easy ones like that.
As well as that, don't forget to send us your pictures, jokes, stories, anything at all, and we will show them here tomorrow night.
Well guys, it looks like that's night 1 of Holly Bible Club finished.
What an exciting start to Holly Bible Club. We have sung songs, heard from Courtney at the Pyramid Rock news desk, made crafts and so much more. We have heard about the word planner, how God is a planner and he made Joseph and us with a purpose. He has good plans for our lives.
But before we go, I think we should close in prayer. Let's pray. God, thank you for the great time that we've had here tonight. Thank you that you have a plan for our lives just like you had a plan for Joseph. God, we pray you keep us safe and you bring us all back here tomorrow night to have more fun. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
That's it for tonight. Please do come back tomorrow night and join us for night 2 of Pyramid Rock. We will have more games, songs, craft, and the next exciting episode of The Adventures of Dr. Potty.
As well as that, Andrew will be chatting to another of our leaders and we will be revealing our first challenge set by you.
Have a great day tomorrow, guys. Stay safe and we'll see you at 6:45. Bye.
Bye.